I want to take a look at the step sequencer in Logic and how to create an interesting melody. I think most folks are using the sequencer for drums or percussion, but there are some other innovative things you can do. Let's start by grabbing a drum loop and some sounds to give our melody context. So I'm going to go over to my loop browser, and we're going to go with something a little bit more laid back and get a beat to start. Nope. I think I like this one. Don't import. Loop this out a little bit. And now let's add something else. Always love the sounds in alpha waves. All right, we'll use this. And I'm going to shorten this up. Let's loop this. Okay, so now let's add some alchemy. I don't use alchemy all that much, but this is going to work well for this demonstration. Something a little plucky. I think I've got, let me check this out. That will work. All right, so now I'm going to create a pattern region, and that will open up our step sequencer like magic right down here. And if I fill in these squares, it's going to play notes. These are lower in the octave range, so I think I'm going to go up. I think I want to go up one more. So I've taken the notes up 2 octaves. This will be a good range to work in. Now here's the thing, I'm just going to start filling in these squares, just randomly. I'm not going to think too hard about it, especially at first. I just want to come up with something interesting. And let's take a listen. So I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. This is just a random thing, and it sounds pretty good to me already, but I do want to make more motion happen, make it a little bit more interesting. So let's go back to our bass or these lower notes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert that to a MIDI region, allow me to see more of what's going on a little bit faster here. Yeah, so it's all very static. So let's take these 3. So now instead of just basically a C chord being implied, we're going to have some different chords here. Let's listen. Yeah, I really like that. That's very nice. So let's even go a step further, and let's add another alchemy. And maybe a sub is what I'm looking for here. Something to go underneath that. All right, let's use that. And let's see. Yeah, all right. That was pretty loud. Maybe we should turn that down just a little bit. Let's do it here. Got to quantize that. All right, a lot more motion now. I'm going to do some EQing here. Gonna get rid of any highs in this one. Tuck this down a little bit more. And in deep movements, I'm going to get rid of the subs in this one so they're not all conflicting with each other. All right, so let's go back into our pluck notes here, and let's see what we have. I'm going to turn this into 64 steps, and that means we're going to have 2 windows here to look at. All right, so this is where it's switching to the A, so I just want to check, see what notes I have going on here. Maybe I do that one. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's go to our second window here, and this will be over the F chord, I believe. So let's see what we have here. Instead of these G's, we'll try some F's. Maybe leave that one. See what this sounds like. So I think that's pretty fun. It's a little different. There's some notes in here that we might decide we want to change. This G right here, I might take up to an A. And let's see this G here. Let's do the same thing. Yeah, I like that. So the next step, what's the next step? Now we're going to add some automation inside of the sequencer. All right, so now we're going to open up Alchemy. And I want to take a look at the effects. Let's make this a little bit smaller. We've got a delay. We've got some mod, and we've got some acoustic reverb. Let's start with a delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to record some automation. I think this is a lot like latch or touch mode. So I'm going to hit this little record button here, and now whatever move I do over here, this is going to record. I don't have to hit the R key, just the space bar, and all I'm going to do is bring in some delay. So here we go. Turn this off for a moment, and as you see down here, we have this lane, and this is going to represent all that automation I did. So let's take a look. If you notice the mix down moving, it's because every value is recorded into these steps in the sequencer. Let's go on to reverb, and we'll do the same thing. So I've got reverb, I've got a mix already started here, but I'm going to automate that. And now we've automated the reverb. Turn the record off. All right, so I want to make one more change here. I need to work on a sound. The deep movement sound and the sub are kind of conflicting with each other. A little bit of delay, I think, on the deep movements. Yeah, so especially when it turns back around, you can hear that long delay, and it's causing a little bit of a conflict in the lower range in the bass. So I think we need to adjust that a bit. So let's work on that. I'm going to open up Alchemy. Yeah, we can see the delay down here is turned up quite a bit, and I like some of the sound of it, but I think I want to automate it. So we'll solo these two tracks. We're going to go into, well, first let me turn this down all the way, and we'll go into latch mode, and we'll give this a shot and see if this solves the problem. And go out of latch mode, and let's take a listen. Yeah, so I think that works. That's great. Once we changed the notes, once we went from a static little bass thing that was just like a C and a G to changing chords, those notes started to conflict with each other. And now let's hear it in context since we fixed it. Yeah, so that really works. I like that a lot better. Using the step sequencer to create melodies can take you in a less predictable direction. Getting used to using it might take some practice, but so did all the other techniques we've become accustomed to. I like the fact that I can quickly come up with something interesting that I might not have otherwise. It's another tool to try, and hopefully something good happens.